Welcome back to Food Glam Life. I hope you're doing very well today. Oops, I did it, but I didn't do it again because this is actually the first time I've done this. I'm reviewing some fake makeup for you, which is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe x Jaclyn Hill, not the real palette. I got this from AliExpress, and I normally don't buy fake makeup because of plenty of different reasons, but there are a few reasons why I did this, and then I thought, why not review it with you. I actually have used this in this video. I've done it sort of a tutorial with this kind of look, which was kind of inspired by the Kylie Jenner little Royal Peach palette, I think it's called. I really liked how they had that orangey peachy thing on the eyes, on the lids, and then the blue on the bottom, but it looks darker. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you quickly why I bought this. It was, when it first came out, it was like sold out immediately, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I didn't know. And then B, there's a YouTuber called Stephanie Nicole. I will link her video below. I was watching her video, and that's specifically to do with Morphe. I know people love Morphe. I'm very indifferent about a lot of brands, and Morphe, basically what she said was that they private label, so they do not manufacture their own products, and they're all made in China, and they basically have another manufacturer make them, and then they put their logo. But now that I've seen the 3502 and maybe even this, I'm not even sure, like the original one, it's possible that they've started manufacturing, or you know, directly or something like that, because that is different, and they've changed their logo, and it could just be that now they are big enough to be able to do that. But all their 350, the original one, the OSM, PB, blah blah blah, all of those are made by Crown, and even their brushes, and they're made in China. And basically she said, even if you Google the ingredients, it's the same thing. And so and they're all as AliExpress and DHgate and a whole bunch of other websites. So I just felt like, oh, why should I spend $44 on something that I found on AliExpress for $15 at that time, and now it's even cheaper. I think it's between $8 and $11, and then I save on shipping and customs, because when I order from AliExpress, usually that doesn't happen, and shipping is usually free. I will say that this is not like her palette. Like, I think the others, the, you know, in the regular plastic black casing, might be exact dupes, but this is not. I buy dupes all the time. I'm all for dupes. Like this, even though this was also a gift, but this is the I Heart Makeup, I Heart Chocolate, which is a dupe for the chocolate bar by Too Faced. That's completely different. This is a fake. Like, they are using the name and all of that, and if you can see right here, it says this Plat, not this palette. All of that aside, you can see some of the shades are, the size of this palette is apparently a little smaller, and then you'll see that some of the shades are just a little bit off, like Goodness Beast. This one specifically is very like a banana kind of a shade. Maybe you could use it to set your under eye. What I'm going to do is swatch these for you and show you how you can get this look. Basically, it's obviously not the exact same shades, but at the end of the day, does it really matter? I mean, if the ingredients that are being used are the same, and it's also made in China, and like, obviously if it was something else, if it was a product that was originally made in Europe or in the US and then it was made in China, and that, like, the fake version of it, then I probably would not purchase it, because then I know that there are differences in the ingredients and whatever. But this is just made in China as well. So this is what it looks like. I used these shades and this line of shades on my Instagram, if you saw like a few weeks ago, for my warm green kind of look that I did. So, and I didn't want to mention it at that time, but I did until I did this review. And so what I'm going to do is I'll swatch these. It has quite a few shimmers in it, and I will say that the shimmers do have better payoff in color than the mattes. Some of the mattes are really great, some of, like the darker ones specifically. Some of them are just nothing. As you can see, I've already used it quite a bit. I've used it for different kinds of warm, you know, neutral, and like these sort of rose gold kind of looks. So that's the first row. As you can see, the shimmers are kind of more intense. Obviously these really have no payoff. So that's the second row. As you can see, again, the shimmers and that red have a lot more pigment, but these are pretty good as transition shades. Okay, so this is from the third line, and this is kind of a powdery shade, and this barely has any color payoff. If you can see, nice deep terracotta color in the palette, but it's not anything when even with a finger swatch. And these are, of course, I've only swiped them once because I don't want to like make them seem anything better than they are. This one is pretty good. Again, I feel like the light is blowing it out a lot more. And then this one also is really, really pretty. Okay, so this is the second last or fourth line. And the first four shades are some of my favorites. These two I use a lot. They're very pretty. This is almost like a rose gold, and this is more like a bronzy gold. And then this purple is really nice. Really nice color payoff. The blue, again, this is what I've used in my look. It's the first time I used it. The brown, the matte browns are, again, a little chalky. This is more cool tone. This is warmer. They're okay. They're not the best. And this is the final row. This is a beautiful, really, really nice aqua kind of a green. And I have used this on the center of my lid in one of my looks. These are also shades of green. This is just a really dull, almost olive dark green. And then this again is a darker shimmer green. And this is a matte green, kind of like a Pakistani Jhanda green. And then these, I think obviously these are quite different, especially these ones from the original palette. As you can see, the black is kind of patchy, is not that great. I can't really tell the difference. I think this is supposed to be like a brownish gray. And then this is a really deep dark brown, and it's not really showing up. So I'm probably look a little crazy right now, but that's because I don't have anything on my face except for my brows, and then I've primed my lids, and this time I've used the nude shadow primer by JCat Beauty called All About That Base. And I also set it with this shade right here. Okay, so it's the first shade, and generally you want to set your primer or your base because you want to do it so that the rest of your eyeshadows don't skip over it. You don't have that like a gap between your eyeshadow, so it's easier to blend. Okay then, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I've done a couple of looks. I've done basic looks. I've gone, you know, with my whole like, I like my pop of shimmer in the middle. This whole section is really good for transition shades. And I'm not going to say it's like the best eyeshadow ever because it's not, but what I'm going to say is for the price that I got it at, it's really, really not bad. Some of the shades, as I've mentioned before, are really not that great. They have no color payoff, but most of them are pretty good, pretty decent. The shimmers, like I said, are really good. 12 like earthy kind of shimmers, and then the green, 2 of these greens, and the purple. So there are a lot of those. Okay, let's get to blending our eyeshadows now. So since I said I want sort of a peachy whatever thing on top, let me go in with the lightest transition nude shade right here. And see, when I'm doing this and I really dig into it, it has quite a bit of fallout as long as you tap it off. But the thing is, sometimes when you tap it off, it just completely disappears. Also, some of the, like 1 or 2 of the shades here are like total repetitions of each other, or just like, you know, just 19-20 ka fark, and that's kind of annoying. But that's what I'm placing in here. You can't even see it. I'm going to go in with this shade over here, and I'm just going to buff it out towards my eyebrow, just leaving a little gap on the top and in towards my nose. It's starting to build up. And now what I'm going to go in with is this kind of peachy orange kind of shade. And I might change my brush because this is just really blowing it out a lot. One thing I will point out here, of course, is that this eyeshadow palette is going to take some patience and a lot of blending, because sometimes what happens with cheap eyeshadows, the pigmentation is not necessarily there. Is that once you go to blend it in, it kind of just blends into nothing. So you kind of have to build it up. And I'm going to put it all over my lid as well, because this is kind of the shade we want. So all over my lid and then up to the crease. I'm not going to go too high because that's where my transition shade is. Okay, so that's as much color as I'm going to get from that. Next, I'm going to try to go in with a more reddish tone. So I might just mix this. I'm going to mix these two and then focus that more on the lid itself. So as you can see, this kind of packs a punch compared to the other shades. So now, because I want to sort of smoke it out and build it up, I'm going to be using this kind of rusty color here, and I'm just focusing that on the outer edge and the crease. And then again, I'm going to go into this brown shade right here. Okay, so I used some more of that peachy orange shade mixed with some of this mustardy color with my finger and put that right on my eyelid. And I kind of like that look, lightly blended out together, not too much. I'm going to do the other eye and the rest of my face. I don't know why I'm talking with my brushes, but I'm going to do that off camera, and then we'll get back and we'll do the bottom. Okay guys, so I'm done with the other eye, and I thought that, you know, since I have talked about the shimmer shades, I shouldn't stay completely matte and I should add some shimmer because I love me some shimmer. This one and this one are, I think, almost exactly the same. This has, maybe this has a little more brown and this has a little more pink or red in it, but for the most part they're the same. But I think they go more with the theme. I'll just use maybe the one with the brown, or maybe the one with the red, or maybe both of them. I use both of them. Okay, let's see. I'm trying it out right now. I might need to just spray it with some setting spray. So that's how it is, straight up on a brush. I assure you, if you apply it with your finger, it's a lot better. You see that? It shows a lot better. I like having a lot bit of shimmer on my lid, and this is blending in perfectly with the shades beneath it, and I can just take my brush to kind of blend it. What do you think? And I'm literally blending both of them, but you don't need to. You could use either one. I think I'm also going to use a little bit of either this, which looks different because of this light, but it's more of a bronzy gold, or this, which is more like a real gold. I think I'll go with this one right here just because it just looks prettier. Push that more towards the inner half, and this is just because I want to show you how the shimmers kind of work in this. I definitely feel like the shimmers, look at that, the shimmers are a lot better in this palette, and I've said that a few times. And then we can just go back with our blending brush and blend it all out. The richness that the gold is bringing into this, I do like that. For my brow bone highlight, I am going to go in again with this bone color up here. I guess you could use the yellow, but the yellow, I don't like the yellow. It's kind of really a yellow, like a pale yellow, not even a nice yellow. Okay guys, gonna do my face now. Okay guys, I'm back. I've done the rest of my face. The under eye area is not done. That's why I look like a psychopath. But I did the rest of my face. I have lashes on, a little bit of eyeliner. This lash is bothering me. If I do weird wink at you or something, then don't mind. And also don't judge me for whatever look I'm coming up with. Like I said, I'm getting inspiration from the Royal Peach palette, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just seriously playing around. Oh yeah, what I wanted to tell you, the things that I used Zoosh lashes in the style Wingin' It, and on my lips I have the Wet n Wild Coral Corruption, and it's topped with, so I made it sort of like a metallic matte, and I went in with this same shade right here, and once it was slightly dry, I patted that on top with a synthetic brush. That is another thing that you can do with metallic eyeshadows and shimmering eyeshadows. If you are into or want to try out the whole metallic matte lip look, then if you don't want to buy a metallic matte lipstick, then that's a little trick that you can use to save money and try it out and see if you like it. You can use like shades like this for your highlight very easily. I know I already have it, but I just wanted to show you. There you go. They really intensified that. What I'm saying is that you can use these for highlight, and not specifically this palette, but anything that has a light shimmering sort of a shimmer eyeshadow in it, use it for highlight. You don't need to go buy highlight if you don't want to spend that money, or you don't have it. I'm all about saving money. Okay, so I think what I'm thinking right now, and I'm thinking out loud, is that I probably need something like a gel or something that the powder will hold on to. So this is by Kiko, and it's called a long lasting eyeshadow. The only problem is it's like a gray. It's not even blue, so I don't know if this will work. Okay, yeah, so I have to do my inner corner highlight, and for that I'm going to take this shade right here. These shades are great for inner corner highlight. I'm just gonna go around the eyeliner. Basically, I want to apply blue eyeshadow. Oh my god, Can I get my life together? Okay, so I'm first going to take this orange shade mixed with that yellow and put that on the bottom and pull it down quite a bit. See, I've gone all the way like halfway down my dark circle. That's the easiest way to describe it. Now we're gonna go back with this teeny tiny pencil eyeliner, and I'm putting it in my waterline at first, and then I'm also smudging it out. I'm just gonna use this but on the corners because I really want this sort of royal purple color, not purple, sorry, blue color. You guys, we're in this together. We're doing this together. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So now I'm going to take a flatter brush like this and go in with the blue. So what I'm doing is I'm not going to rub. I'm taking it on the tip of this and patting it into where that blue eyeliner I spread, really, really close to my waterline. I'm just staying right on my lash line. And then you can sort of, on the edges, diffuse it. But you can, what's better is to just use this one, which we put that transition shade on, and diffuse it. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spray this with setting spray and go back just to intensify that. I think I'm kind of getting the result that I wanted, and I am taking this all the way into the inner corner, meeting up with that black. And then what I'm just going to do is on another pencil brush, I'm going to take that same blue and diffuse the edge. I want to line the inside of my eyes again. I think I'm going to just go with black because that blue is not stained. If you have blue mascara, that would probably be even better. I don't, because I don't normally use it. And that's it. I think that I like this. I like how it turned out. It's kind of exactly how I want it to turn out. I'm kind of moving closer so that you can see. So as you could see, there is a difference between the original. I'm putting in a picture of that as well, between that and this fake, but it's really not that bad. I think you can get a bunch of looks out of it. This matte green and then the red, and just a couple of them in the mattes are decent. The rest of them are just nothing great. You really have to work on them and build them. But the shimmers, most of them are really nice. They're different. They're like, there's a good variety. So if that's something that you're interested in and you like those shades, it's available on AliExpress. So that was a fake Jaclyn Hill palette. I apologize to anyone whose feelings might have been hurt by the fact that I use fake makeup and I was reviewing it, but I really wanted to do that and I thought it was interesting, and I think for the money that I spent on it, it's really not bad. And I have extremely sensitive skin, so I can also tell you that I've been using it for a couple of weeks and I have not had any reaction, thank God, alhamdulillah, on my eyes or on my skin. You get what you pay for. It's not the original. I haven't tried the original. I wish I had it so I could sort of compare it side by side, but I don't. So if you have it, maybe you can tell like how long the staying power of those eyeshadows are. This one is just okay. Like, it's just any other low-cost eyeshadow that you would find. If you are interested in getting the same sort of shades that the Jaclyn Hill palette has in one palette, then this is an option, and that's all I can say. And there you have it. That was the review and the swatches. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment down below. I'm not sure when this will go up, but I have a giveaway going on. I have a couple of free gifts that I want to give back to you guys. So head over to my Instagram channel. I'll be linking that below as well. And look at what the rules are and enter, because I would love for one of you to have this. This is the pouch that I'm giving away. And then there is a Bare Essentials Loose Pigment Eyeshadow. There's a Color Pop Lippy Sticks, which I reviewed in my last video in the color Cookie, and this Essence Kajal. So yes, that's it. I would love to see you in my next video. Please do hit the notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.